I dropped one more silver dollar.
The soulful voice of Gregg Allman is silent tonight. The legendary singer-songwriter who pioneered the sound of Southern rock has died.
Allman passed away from liver cancer complications at his home in Savannah, Georgia. He was 69 years old.
Allman's manager says he was surrounded, though, by his family and his friends. He leaves behind, though, a musical legacy that shaped several decades of rock and roll. The Allman Brothers inspired and developed the sounds of Southern rock and jam bands. Their music, a fusion of blues, jazz, rock, and country.
Like when I think back on my life, the happy times, they surface.
But along with the great success, Gregg Allman's personal life was filled with drug addiction, untimely deaths, and divorce. He was born on December 8, 1947 in Nashville. When he was just 2 years old, though, his father, a World War II combat veteran, was shot to death by a hitchhiker. And Allman says this is what molded and shaped his relationship with his older brother, Dwayne.
He was like a father figure. He was an older brother figure.
In their teens, Gregg and Dwayne were in several different bands, but success didn't come until the late 60s, when they founded the Allman Brothers. Tragedy, though, struck again in 1971, just before the band reached mainstream popularity, when Dwayne Allman was killed in a motorcycle accident.
I just ran down the hill to the hospital, and there's a guy there meeting me, and he takes me into the chapel. I knew it right then. Oh, man.
Crossroads seem to come.
Over the next 4 decades, Gregg Allman continued recording and touring with several versions of the Allman Brothers, as well as a solo career. He admits, though, that much of that time was filled with drug and alcohol abuse. He went to rehab 11 times. But he says not remembering being on stage to accept the Rock and Roll Hall of Fame Award in 1995 was the turning point that made him realize he needed to get clean.
Well, the next day I saw a playback of it. Oh, I was mortified.
Yeah.
It's probably the best thing that could have happened.
Allman's love life also had its ups and downs. He was married 7 times, including a turbulent relationship with Cher. Gregg Allman battled health problems in his later years, contracting hepatitis C in 2007 and a liver transplant in 2010. And despite his tumultuous life, Allman said he found peace with himself.
On good love, I feel like I'm dying.
Allman's going to be buried at the Rose Hill Cemetery in Macon, Georgia. He'll be alongside his brother Dwayne and Allman Brothers bassist Barry Oakley as well. Allman had been working on his yet-to-be-released solo album. It's called Southern Blood. He had been listening to tracks from that just last night.
69 just seems so
tough
young.
loss.